Get it, boy.
What is up, people? It is me, Monster58. Welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XVI. In the previous part, we ended up meeting with Sid, and then he ended up dropping the bomb that he believes that the Mother Crystals, the things that the entire world, begs for their blessing, are the actual cause for the blight that's infecting this world. And so, his first act of, I guess, trying to get rid of them is, well, to invade the holy capital, the holy empire of Sanbreque. And so, we made our way over to Northreach because this is our only major entryway into the Imperial capital. And so, we ended up meeting up with the dame that Sid has relations with, named Isabelle. She led us to her veil, which is right over here, and now she asks a favor of us to find one of the girls who lives at the veil named Tatienne. But before we do that, we're going to go do a couple of side quests that are around this area. I believe these aren't really all that difficult or all that long, so we might as well just complete them anyway. So, yeah. This town, there she is, there's Isabelle right there, is pretty, nice. It's, well, at least in terms of how it looks. It's cobbled and everything like that. It looks pretty good. But the other thing is, obviously, if you watch the previous episode, you know that the way that the bears...
You there? The gentleman with the sword?
The way the bears are treated are just as terrible because we were called filth by the guards. But, without further ado, let's talk to Etienne here.
I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the dames? Might I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Veil's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Why not?
Marvelous. The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients. There are 3 in total: a grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are fresh from the master's table.
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
Why, of course not. Merely trifles which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't. Strongly advise.
Alright, well, this guy seems like he's already got some sus stuff that he's having us bring. It's like he's asking us to smuggle drugs at this point, but... Alright, let's head back out through the gate that we entered into Northreach here with. Let's head back out through the gate that we entered into Northreach in. And let's deliver these goods to the merchants outside that he wants us to deliver them to. So, alright, first things first, let's see who this is over here. I believe, let's see, could this be, I think this might be the herbalist?
There's nothing here for your kind, Branded. Go on now, shoot.
I have a delivery from Etienne. Fresh from the master's table.
Why didn't you say so? Times are hard, but this here'll make 'em less so. For a while, at least. Sorry about the welcome. Meant nothing by it. You wait right here. Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
Oh, the Tinker. Okay, so that, yeah, well, that was kind of dumb for me to think he was the herbalist. I can't remember off the top of my head. This is, with all the amount of side quests in this game, you'd be surprised. But he said, "Oh, I didn't mean that." I think you did, bud. That wouldn't have come out if you didn't think it to begin with.
I have no business with Branded.
Well, I have business with you. A package, fresh from the master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods and be gone. This is lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you have played me false,
I can always take it back.
you will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
Cigars.
Those cigars are worth more than your life. Do be careful.
If it wasn't a thing, I'd cut this guy down right now. I would end him in like 2 seconds. But whatever. Alright, looks like we now need to talk to the liquormonger.
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice. That is no burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
All this for a drink.
Not just any drink. The very best, specially distilled for my most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right? If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course. Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes. Question is, how can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
Alrighty. You can see the treatment of bears is no more worse than it was, as it always has been already.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
Alrighty, a little bit of a sketchy way to do things, but what are you going to do? This is essentially, if you really want to think about it, it's kind of like medieval-ish times, you know, if you really want to sort of equate it to the real world that we live in, so it's not a surprise that smuggling is pretty easy like that, and having deals like that with, essentially, you guys understand what the veil is supposed to be anyway, so, you know, having a deal with the town, you know, soldiers have good relationships with the women in there. You kind of get the idea, right? So, no big shocker there.
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom. A freedom I could sorely use.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now. What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. And today, that happens to be the barracks. 3 bearers, overworked and underfed, not permitted a moment's rest.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes, and for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, a word in the ear of one of the Dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying then?
I'm afraid not. I am expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Alright, at least one guy here is actually, you know, understanding of how people are
Crystal's
treated.
curse is bad enough. You can't let people starve as well.
Bones fell favorably.
It's actually pretty insane if you think about it. It's really, really sad. But the parallels with the real world are unfortunately so true. So,
You look like you need a rest.
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I daren't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others.
That's something at least.
the fact that they have to eat it in secret is one of the most disappointing things ever.
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
Looks like now's not the time.
Yep, looks like we'll try and deliver food to the other person here, the other bear. It feels bad, you know, to think that bearer is a term of, you know, essentially slave. I really want to think about it. It's really, really sad.
I have something for you.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames! And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
This is also one of those situations where you're a product of your environment, so unfortunately these people are just kind of taught to think that bears are below them, and it's really sad that that's the case, because unless you're hurting someone, unless you're going out of your way to hurt people, no one should be treated with any less respect than anyone else.
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
Here. It looks like you need it. The Chamberlain must have sent you. But alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me. You need to rest. But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend. And what of your own hurts? Don't wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though. A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway, I'd better head to the Vale.
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Business, though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
I better be going.
Yep. One little light out of the gazillions of darknesses that we've seen here with the treatment of bears and the entire Valisthea, so. But, with that, let's do this last side quest we got access to, and then we'll move on with the story. We're going to see if we can find Tetienne. I don't know how I've cut this up in the post, but I hope I've made this digestible at least, to the point where I'm not just doing the side quest, you know, and it's just getting boring or not getting along with the actual story of the game. I really do hope that, by the way, that's gorgeous. I really do hope that I'm doing you guys justice for making it, again, digestible and entertaining.
Got it in for us two. As if either of us needs to brush up on our swordcraft.
He wouldn't doubt our swordcraft if he'd seen us down the Vale last night.
Where's your commanding officer branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Hey, you lost or something? Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
But I don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
The Dane laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out. How about it, Branded? Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only, chivalrous souls that we are, Robin and I need to know the dame's being properly looked after.
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back. I suggest you don't either. Take a moment to get ready if you need it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight. Now, let's get the measure of you, shall we?
If that's what you want.
Cocky bastard. All right, let's be having you. Oh, and when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding. Use all the dirty tricks you want, Brandon. Alright, so you know what end of a blade. Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? Ah, so it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine. Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we? And a bearer. Win the day's favour anyway.
I know he went to hold my tongue for a start.
You've got potential. Let's give it out.
Can I go now?
Grieger's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The dame's man or no, he's still a branded. Best hope the sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah, not after the bollocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh?
I definitely wouldn't. Whatever. I guess they learned their lesson, so what are you gonna do? Some people just need a hard lesson in that to be able to, you know, shut up. But, without further ado, let's go and find Tetienne. Alrighty, here we go. Let's speak to one of the aides to see if we can get an idea for where Tetienne would be.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared?
The day before. She was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
The one thing I'd like to check real quick is I don't think, are there any more? No, okay, I was making sure there weren't any other side quests, so we had to complete in other areas. Okay. Alright, let's speak to her chambermaid. Looks like she had a very sentimental. I'm a pretty sentimental person myself, so I understand. I get it.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name.
but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every gil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the Dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Which isn't exactly very uplifting considering how the soldiers already treated us when we were over there just a few minutes ago, so we'll see how this ends up going, because they clearly don't take to Branded, as pretty much everyone in this place doesn't, unless you're obviously an associate of the Dames, but, you know, let's see what happens here. Alrighty, go off to the barracks, we're right here, let's see what happens.
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then.
Up for.
What do you think?
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the Dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in war. Yeah, Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The Dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabelle know where I'm headed.
Alrighty, looks like we're off to find this Yannick. Alright, let's see where he headed off to.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
That's the day done then. Drinks and the Vale.
So we have to head off to Moor, but it looks like that there are some side quests that we have yet to complete. So let's see where those are. Okay, so there's one here. Where the heck is it, though? Oh, if I'm not mistaken, that's already headed off towards... Yes, so the way that we're headed is where there are a couple side quests on the way. So, without further ado, let's head to Moor. And as Isabella said, that unfortunately, well, they are going to treat Branded just as, you know, even worse than they are treating us here, which is already crazy enough. But is it really that much of a shock? Not really. So, let's get moving. Which frickin'... Oh, did I miss the exit? I'm an idiot. Okay, nope, out this way. But this is absolutely gorgeous area, I'll tell you this much. This is one of the most, like, tranquil, peaceful-looking areas in the game. Looks absolutely stunning here, especially with the Mother Crystal over there.
How many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
Unfortunately, probably a lot, so... Let's see... Yeah, but you can see there are a couple side quests up this way, so... We're going to end up completing them because it's on the way, right? These are the type of side quests I'm more inclined to complete because they are already on the way, you know.
That's enough for today, Branded.
Yeah. The parallels in this world are kind of unfathomable. Obviously, the inspiration is no shocker, you know, in terms of where they probably got the idea of taking this very big part of the story from, but, you know, you get the idea. And not just talking about the US, by the way, I'm talking about anywhere that people have been treated like this, even to this very day in certain places, which is very sad.
You, Branded, here, now! You're late. What kept you?
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy! Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him!
All right. Where is he?
My, I see they've sent me a Branded with a spine for a change. He's over that way, towards the coast. Go, and see that you kill the beast.
Alrighty, buddy. You could have asked nicer, but you know, not a shock, I guess, at this point.
Someone whose son's in mortal danger. He didn't seem all that worried. Something's not right here. I need to be careful.
The wolf! It's going to eat me!
Not if I can help it. Stay back. I'll deal with this.
Alright, take care of this guy. Simple wolf shouldn't be that difficult to kill. There we go. Not hard whatsoever. Now yeah, Dad didn't exactly seem very concerned, so... Oh.
No! You weren't supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die. Father will have you whipped for this. Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
What is this? Your father said you were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk. Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
Having fun?
Why are you still speaking? Father will hear of this.
The wolf's work, no doubt. But it's not the wolf that's to blame. Someone needs to put an end to this, before it happens again.
Your brother's literally leading people to their frickin' death for fun. Literally killing people for fun. What an absolute piece of work that guy is. Absolute garbage, scum of the earth right there, but... Alright, and of course, guess what? He's teaching his kid his amazing ways, right? So...
You, Brandy, come here this instant. How dare you frighten my son? You slaughter his poor pet, and then have the gall to return, head held high. That wolf was trained. Better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment, nothing more. And we are most certainly not entertained.
Nor am I. You'll pay for what you've done.
See? I told you, he talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not the Branded I bought, are you? How dare you deceive me? Well, the sins of the slave are the sins of the master. Go, summon the unlucky wretch you answer to.
That unlucky wretch would be the dame. I can summon her if you like. Though I doubt she would welcome the interruption.
You serve the dame. Why would a woman of her caliber...
You look afraid. Well, how do you think those bearers in the field felt? Can you imagine their fear? Their pain? From the look of you, I'd say you're starting to get an idea of the first. Now, if you need help with the second...
Father, he's scaring me.
You think to threaten us, Branded? The dame's pet or no, I will not abide such insolence.
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one, a better one.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another. With jaws powerful enough to nip this Branded's head clean off his shoulders.
I'm wasting my time. But I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. They deserve a proper burial. That much I can do at least. How many bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport?
This is probably one of the side quests that I am not cutting out more or less whatsoever, because it is, you'll see. You'll see.
More victims of the nobles' games. You must be Clive.
How do you know my name?
The Dame. I'm in her service, like yourself. Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Gladly. Let's put them to rest.
May their burden finally be lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Now I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. And if one breaks, well, you can always buy another. Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
Is this your doing?
Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, it's gonna tear your throat out eventually. Same with bearers. Fed or not, they don't lack for fangs. What will folk do when they bite back, I wonder? The realm's less two murderous bastards, and I won't mourn the loss. Here. For their help.
You don't have to.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again. Till then.
As you can see, there you go. That's the satisfaction. That's why I didn't cut this out, because a guy like that getting treated with the exact thing he deserved. Both him and his kid, unlucky. You know, at the end of the day, that is just a kid, but still, I mean, you teach your kid like that, they think like that, they treat people like that, well, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, right? One of my favorite phrases of all time, you know, how the tables have turned, how the turntables, so. Alright, as we head up here to meet with Bertrand, we are also going to do this little quest right here as well.
Have you seen my Chloe? I let her out of her pen while I did my chores, but she hasn't come back yet. I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She's beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind. And she likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before. Oh, she must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting.
Alrighty, we're out in these fields already. Let's go and see if we can find Chloe.
Field to search. With a little luck, someone might have seen her. You work these fields? I need to ask you something.
A branded. And an outsider at that, judging by the lack of manners. Why should I help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet, Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lisette's plaything. Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it.
The windmill.
Off with you now. I won't have idle branded underfoot.
Alrighty, let's go and see what we got for Chloe over here by the windmill.
Chloe? More brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl? Is that someone napping on the job? I hope they don't mind the interruption. The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favourite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
Dad said bearers don't have parents.
They do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
Oh, man. This is probably... Those two side quests are probably some of the most eye-opening and very disturbing side quests of this entire game. And that says a lot because this game has a lot of very, very terrible themes like that. And things like that that happen in general. So, wow. That is, whew. It says a lot. Pretty awful. Rest in peace, Chloe, or whatever your actual name was. That's awful. But, sadly, with that all out of the way, let us head and meet Bertrand. To think that those people live in lavish luxury while there are people toiling here in the fields, half naked and not being fed.
If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabelle says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here. Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stopped to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarrelling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
Alrighty. Let's see what we got in the store here.
Oi, don't touch anything.
Okay, man, shut the hell up. Like, come on, man. Okay. Nothing crazy. You don't need any more potions or anything like that. So. Shut up. Okay, so.
Expecting any new branded until the new moon. You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the Dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the Dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
Alrighty, time to head into the nearby ruins and see what's what. So, let us see if we can find him. So it looks like he's got that comb that Tatienne has, so clearly they were together at some point. So, let's see what's what. Looks like you got some wolves. Alright, Torgal.
It smells of death here, Torgal. Wolves. We can't let them get any closer to the village.
Alright, there you go. Boom. Alright, that one's dead. Okay, got a few more here. And last one. There we go.
Damn it all. Bodies. A man and a woman. Well, the wolves have been busy, but the blood is long dry. So it is you, Tatienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to see every night. You said her name was Tatienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's gonna find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Ah, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
I need to tell Isabelle. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
Oh, what a sad ending to that. Very sad, but what are you gonna do? Guy didn't want to let his girl go, and got them both killed in the process. Well, at least Isabelle made her way over here, so time to tell her the unfortunate news.
If it was a message that...
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then? I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
Oh, what love will make you do. That's very unfortunate. Essentially a very tragic love story. We did get a nice level up though, level 23, so can't complain there.
I should go.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Or to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
Alrighty then. And so, we unfortunately have found the remains of Tatienne, meaning we have done the favor that, well, Isabelle wanted us to do. And that's try and find her. Such a tragic story. Again, love will make you do crazy things, and unfortunately, it cost the lives of 2 people. So, what are you going to do? But I think that is a good place to end, even though it's on a somber note. Next time on Final Fantasy XVI, we'll be meeting up with Clive and Jill at the chapel east of Moor here. So hope you guys look forward to that. So I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, comment, rate, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Also follow me on the socials; those will be linked in the description below. And with that, guys, once again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this episode. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.
High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives. You create.